So I am outside of the church where I'm going to be taking the first day of the SCOR summer camp, string camp for adults. I am super excited about this. It's going to be a 4-day intensive, 4 days? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, yeah, 4 days. And this is going to be the first part of it. So I'll be doing these videos daily, let you know if we've been enjoying it and everything that's been going on. I think it's going to be pretty awesome. Well, I'm in my room now, and I'm a little bit early. Everybody else is still at lunch. And you can see we're using one of the Bible school rooms. They've got all the chairs already lined up with our names on them, which is nice. I was very happy to see that. And we got a very well put together welcome packet with a book with lots of information, including stuff like information about a gas fund and exhibits and more information about SCOR and the all-important map and schedule. And this impressed me, a personalized sheet with my information for, like, you know, what room I'm in, what my faculty member is, that kind of stuff. I honestly haven't looked through all of this yet, but already I'm pretty impressed just with how welcoming everybody has been and how well organized everything has been. SCOR String Camp for Adults has been around for quite a while, but I've been to a lot of events that have been around for a long time, and they're not always well organized. This one looks like it is. So that's such a relief. Anyway, I'm going to go grab some brownies from the lunchroom and make it back here for my first group lesson, and then we have a rehearsal later. And I probably won't make any more updates until this evening afterwards. So here we go. So a little bit about how the rest of the day went. It was cool. We spent the first half of the afternoon. Now, mind you, most classes are going to run from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Today we started halfway through, so there was an orientation at 1:30, which they kept short and sweet and gave us some more information about what SCOR is and how it works and everything. And then we had a couple hours for a group lesson. Now, I'm in the basic track, so mind you, everything is from that perspective. But yeah, we had a group lesson. There's 5 other people in my group. In my class, there's 2 other violinists and 3 cellos. And we all had a lesson together. And it was cool. Had a lot of fun. It was very relaxed. And everybody here is very conscious of the fact that we're all learning, and we're all adult learners, so there's an acknowledgement that adults are usually expected to not make mistakes. But that's ridiculous, to expect adults to not make mistakes. And especially when you're learning something like violin or cello or viola, you're going to make a lot of mistakes. And so there's a very strong message of acceptance and of learning from the mistakes and not letting the mistakes drag you down. And it's so cool. And it's very relaxed, very flexible. And I don't know if this is the sort of experience that I would expect to get from a typical group lesson where the teacher is going to have an agenda that is going to be set out over the course of weeks or months. This is an intensive, so the agenda is over the course of 4 days, and that agenda is very flexible because we don't have any set ideas about the skill levels of everybody coming in. And even then, one of the people in my class is a returning student. He really loves coming and doing the basic track, and so I don't know how many years he's been coming, but he's been at least once before. So I don't know if this would be a standard experience with a group lesson, but it felt like a really appropriate group lesson for what was advertised for the SCOR program, like just the fact that we're all adult learners and we're all trying to improve and do new things and have fun and play music. The rest of the afternoon was the orchestra lesson, where we were... Oh, so the group lesson did have a bit of a focus on how to play with other people, because the other half of the SCOR program is the orchestra stuff, where you are going to be learning to play certain pieces of music with other people. So that was the second half of the afternoon, and that was a lot of fun too. For probably 3 of us in my class, this is the first time we've ever played music with somebody else. And even the people who have played music with others, it was still a learning experience for them. So overall, the material has been really good. What else can I say about the first day? I'm still digesting some of this. It takes a little while to get my thoughts all put together. One of the things that the SCOR camp offers is a meal plan where they will provide lunch and dinner. I didn't have the lunch today, but I had the dinner. It was soft tacos, and it was really, really good. Like, I'm gonna have to step up my game when I make tacos at home, because this was good stuff. And they had both beef and chicken options, with fajita vegetables, and like dessert was a big bowl of fresh fruit like strawberries, raspberries, blackberries, and what looked like homemade whipped cream in a bowl. It's really good. So I'm excited to see what the meal plan has for the rest of the week, because dinner tonight set a pretty high bar. And given that the meal plan, I think, is only like an extra $100 or something like that to get 2 meals over the course of 4 days, so often you expect like discount pizza level food. This was good. So I had dinner. I hung out with a couple of the other students, getting to know people. Everybody is super friendly. And one of the things that really surprised me is that they have a luthier here with a bunch of merchandise, bows, instruments, accessories, if you need some rosin or you want a new shoulder rest, whatever. But he actually let some people borrow like bows. So tonight, for example, I'm borrowing I have on loan a carbon fiber bow, and it's astonishing how much of a difference it's making in my playing. The bows I had before were just really crummy, stock bows that came with my Chinese-made Cecilio violin. And don't get me wrong, the CVN 500 has been a really nice violin, and I've been enjoying playing music on it. I think I mentioned in one of my other videos, a friend of mine got the CVN 200. I can barely stand to play it. It sounds metallic and piercing. But the 500, I've enjoyed it. I like it. And the bows that it came with are nothing special. I mean, they're not bad. They're not like warped or anything. But it just really struck me because I was letting one of the staff members play my violin. She turns to me and she goes, "Do you have trouble with your bow bouncing?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I do." And she goes, "Does it bounce right here?" And sure enough, that's exactly where I usually have trouble with my bow bouncing. It was like sitting down to a psychic, tarot reader or something, and have them tell you all about your life. You know, it was magic. And she says, "Go to the luthier, see if he'll let you take a bow on loan for a day, and see if you still have this bouncing problem. And if you don't have a bouncing problem, then you know the issue is with your bow." And sure enough, I'm borrowing this carbon fiber, and it's almost gone away completely. I have very little trouble with bow bouncing. So the fact that I'm able to do stuff like that here at the SCOR camp is pretty awesome. And I say I've got like a 95% chance that I'm going to be buying this carbon fiber bow. So that's really the day, and it's like 8 o'clock now, back in the hotel room. We're at the Holiday Inn Express that the SCOR camp recommends. And I don't know if I said in one of the earlier clips, but this is the Rochester camp. So, oh, an important thing to know about the SCOR camps, it's the same people running the camp no matter where you go. So, Beth, I think is the name of the lady who runs the camp. She travels around the country and runs these camps. So if you go to a different camp than the Rochester camp, you'll see Beth. Her and her husband are running the show, and I imagine they have different instructors from one region to another. But it really says a lot to me that Beth and her husband are involved with all of them, because, you know, I commented earlier about the level of organization that I'm seeing here and how impressed I've been with it. And it's good to know that that is going to carry over from location to location, where so many other events, like if you've ever gone to a Wizard World convention, you know, that can get a little iffy from one location to another, even though that does have some of the same people, I guess. I don't know. Maybe Wizard World is a bad example, but when these things get franchised, you know, they start saying, "Hey, Atlanta, you can have your own SCOR camp, just get somebody to run it." That's not what they're doing. Beth is going to these other cities herself and making sure that it's run right. So, that's really good to know. If I end up going to another SCOR camps in some other city, I can expect the same quality. Anyway, that's everything for today. I'll make an update video tomorrow. It'll probably be a bit shorter. We'll see. Right now, I'm going to head down to the... they have one of the ballrooms or the conference room here at the hotel booked for the SCOR summer camp, so that we can go down there and jam. So I'm going to go down and see who's down there still. Maybe play some music. And then I'm going to sleep. Okay. Or maybe I'll play Pokemon Go. Probably. Or sleep. I should sleep. All right. I will let you know how tomorrow goes. And if you have any questions for me, please let me know right away, because it's only a 4-day camp. So unless I make a video after the fact, if you have any questions that you want me to look into, or I can ask the organizer for you, or whatever, you know, shoot me a message or make a comment, and in the next video I'll try to have that answered for you.